Oh, I went to the wrong screen. Hello, happy Halloween. I have cat hair already all over my brand new costume. So, I'm a little bit weak. And last night I forgot to get stuff, so I went and got some more. I got some card cases. And so while I was there, because again, I am weak. Also, I have some music playing in the background. I hope it's not too loud. If it's too loud, it shouldn't be. I hope it's not too loud. If it is, let me know. But we're going to do this a little bit differently because I did get another... Like I said, I treated myself. This is the most I've spent in a very long time. This is probably because I've saved some money from doing like pet sitting and stuff. So I got another box. And we're going to open it because I am weak. And the last one was fun and I got some good stuff. So, and I also got a booster bundle from Paldean Fates. It only has 6 packs in it. Yeah, I did the math at the going rate of these packs. A whole booster box with like 36 packs in it is like almost $600. But this one is just the booster bundle pack, so it's not that much. It's only like 6 packs, which is ridiculous. The fact that they are going for so much a pack right now is wild to me. Absolutely crazy. But I got some of these. Also, I did, like I said, I got my stuff put into some sleeves from yesterday. And then I put the ones I wanted in the hard case. I did open up the Mega Evolution one and put it in there. I will need to flip-flop my camera, though, so you guys can actually read. Hold on. Doop, doop, doop. Flip. Yeah. Relock that. So you guys can actually read it. When I put it up, it will be readable. But yeah, I got it in there into a hard case. And then I put this one also in a hard case. This is the non-booster. So I was pretty happy. I got my hard cases. I got some soft cases. They've got soft cases on those that are in the hard cases because I was like, oh, might be a good idea. So we're going to do this. This is like yesterday was like a small treat for myself. This is like my trick-or-treating for myself, basically, because I'm not going out trick-or-treating, even though I am dressed up. I love this costume, by the way. This. It's freaking cool. And it fits, mostly. This is supposed to be oversized because it's a pirate shirt, but I was surprised. The pants actually fit. They're just a little bit too long, so I did have to put cuffs on the bottom. Like, I had to cuff the bottom. And the amount of time it took me to tie this stupid thing onto my head, like, it's not even, still not quite as good as I would want it to be, because I've never tied a kerchief. I've never tied a kerchief to my head before, so this was the first attempt, and I'm not disappointed about it. So what I'm going to do, instead of using that god-awful other angle that I had problems with yesterday, I'm going to do it straight on. I'm going to open the pack and then just hold them up and pull them that way. So y'all can actually see what I'm doing. But I did get a binder while I was out too, because I have all of those cards that I need to put, and I want to like basically just put them into this binder. Where'd it go? Give knife. It's like an open binder. Oh, this one pulls open. I don't have to. Okay, I thought it was completely sealed. It's not. I did not need sharp object for that. Cool. I will throw that away in a minute. So I got a binder to put them in. Just regular card binder. It's really pretty though. It is a really pretty binder. Well, by pretty I mean like material wise. I like the material. It feels pretty solid. So, for now though, I'm gonna use it as a lap table so that I can have a place to set these. And then so the first thing I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna save the Paldean Fates for last, because these are just so ridiculous to get a hold of. And then we're gonna do this one. And I have that music on loop, so if I know it's gonna go over, that's fine, it's gonna loop. It's by Lo-Fi Girl. I tried to see if it was okay if I used it as background music because it's the Halloween stuff. And I have YouTube music. So like, if you want to listen to it, it's Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube. But I was trying to find something that I thought I could stream that didn't have, you know, I don't know. I did not make this music though. This is not, I didn't do it. It's her. She did it. So I hope it's okay. It's so hard to find music to stream, and since I'm only opening packs and it's Halloween, I was like, I'll try to, but we'll see how that goes. But I had so much fun with this yesterday that I figured I'd do it again today. For the heck of it. And then I'm broke. So like I'm definitely, everything else I have has got to go to like groceries and stuff. I can already tell that got a little bit of a ding from the manufacturing. God, I hate that. But same thing, Mega Evolution. And I know I'm gonna give this to someone. I have a friend that said they wanted it, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna give that to them as a birthday gift. There's the box itself. Okay, so I'm gonna take out one side of it. And we're going to start with one side and then just go down the other, like we did yesterday. Let's start with Lucario. And I think I'm going to put yesterday's stream and today's stream up on my YouTube channel just to save them. Because I was pretty happy with the stuff I got yesterday. Like I did not feel disappointed. I got some cool stuff. This is me restarting my collection. I was like, oh, I'm just going to get the ones I want. I'm not going to go to, you know, to Buck Wild. And then I was like, hey, I don't know why I think I'm going to do anything in a half measure. Because that's not ever going to happen. We got Leaf Energy. Let me see how I want to do this. Maybe from the top. Got Jinx. I'm trying to like see so it doesn't focus on my face. Onyx, Ice Cube, Lopunny, Ninjask. Some of these I think I'm tempted to make a deck, honestly. Fight gong. Fighting gong. Hound something. Graveyard. Houndstone. Houndstone. Sorry. It's all backwards on my screen. I'm trying to like... Ooh. There's the reverse hollow Vulpix. I'm gonna save that and set it out. A friend wants the regulars, so. Reverse hollow Frostmoth. And Lunatone. Okay. I have such a giant pile over here, man. But I'm gonna set this aside and put it in a case really quick because I'm giving these. I'm gonna get out another one just in case I pull the regular as well. To friend. Or there's that. Okay. I don't have to worry about getting a scratch on it. Kangaskhan. I kid you not. I just love the mega of Kangaskhan though, because like the kid, man, he's just like also ready to rock. And I love that because that's just awesome. Sweetie, why are you yowling? Please stop. I mean, I know why she's yowling, but still. Alright. You know what? Psychic energy. A little snob. Scorbunny. Tough. Nuzleaf. Ooh, and Shiftry right after Nuzleaf. That's nice. Magnezone. I hope you guys can hear me over the music. Ooh, Wally's Compassion. Ooh. Reverse Hollow Grumpig. Reverse Hollow Onyx. Ooh, another Mega Absol. I was hoping I'd get another one of these. And this one does not seem to have damage on it. Thank God. I'm gonna make sure it stays undamaged. I'll take the other one out of that case. Well, yeah, we'll flop them. Because this one's already damaged. So if it gets a little bit, then it's fine. I'll put this one in the binder. What? Yes, I hear you. I know. You're driving me nuts. You have been for 3 days. For 3 days. Yeah. Silly goose. Okay. It's the Venusaur pack. Yep. Hi. Yeah. I know. Get off my computer, please. Okay, we got metal. Knuckle stack. God, everything is reversed. Oh, there's the regular Vulpix. Alright, let me grab that out of there. And a Magnemite's next. It's nice. There we go. Now, those are for my friend. Both of those. Very convenient to get that right out of there. Okay. Magnemite. Oop, Bulbasaur. No. No. Go take a nap. Sent to Scorch. Premium Power Pro. Tangrowth, which I still really like Tangrowth's move after I read it. I do really like it. Drizzile. Reverse Hollow. Ooh, Spirit Tomb Reverse Hollow. And another Raikou. Which I don't really mind getting these doubles. Since I'm going to probably try to make a deck. Having doubles is good. Yes. Yeah. Mind you, I am not very competitive. Like, I know I make decks to play for fun. I don't compete. Oh, it was you making noise. Okay. It was my other cat. I was like, what is that sound? Hey, Matt. Thank you. Happy Halloween to you, too. I got another box because I'm weak. And I also got a booster bundle that I'm going to do last. I didn't get anything super fancy right at this point. I did get one more Mega Absol, though. How are you doing tonight? How's your Halloween going? Yeah. Tyrogue. I mean, I forgot to take that off, but the energy is an electric energy. Sobel. An Electrike. Baniri. Doing great. Just watching more Naruto, and you watch the second movie with one of your friends over Discord. Nice. Nice, nice. Hi, Roar. Sorry, everything is reversed, so I'm trying to, like... Executor. I gotta remember that this goes... Yeah. Risky Ruins. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Magnezone. Chikorita. And Clawitzer. Boo! Hi. I have a present for Scott. He can have this one. Because I already have mine. And I also have the things that you wanted. I got another box. I was weak. But I'd had some extra money from, like, helping my dad with the cats. So I was like, eh, fuck it. Did you get to go trick-or-treating with the girls? girls want to see you, so if you don't care, if I told you could come over. I said you could come over and you can pick up your stuff and I can give you your cards and I can give them some like fruit roll-up rolls or something because I don't have like Halloween candy, but yeah, you guys can come over. 100%. I definitely am fine with that. I'm on stream, but yeah, you can join me if you want to. I can save these if you and the girls want to sit and open packs with me. I don't know how long you'll want to be here, but, you know, I don't know how tired the girls are. I'll open this one, but yes, you guys can come over. I think they would love that. I think they would love that too. I think they'd have fun watching us open packs and chilling with us. They're old enough for that. They just have to remember to not yell, like not scream. Like I don't care if they talk, but Steven is upstairs in bed, so. All right. Let me open this one and then I will wait to open the others until you get here because I know it doesn't take you very long to get here. And I will grab some fruit roll-ups for them. Or fruit by the foots, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I hear you. You have a lot to say. Okay, this is the last one for now. Sorry, it's reversed. Energy. Okay, center lady. Riolu. Nicket. I hear you, and you need to keep your nails off of this chair, sweetheart. Snom. Itchy you. Gosh darn it. I'm having a hard time here. Here we go. Ooh, surfing beach. Alatios. No! Nails off. Litleo. Alakazam. Ooh, Mega Manectric. I didn't have that guy. He's cool. I like him. Look at that. No, look at the card, not my face. There we go. What does he do? Ow. Flash Ray. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. Well, that's not too bad. Riotous Blasting. You may discard all energy from this Pokemon and have this attack do 130 more damage. Jesus, Mother of God. 200 already, and adding the 330 damage in one attack if you discard all the energy. That's gross. But that's also, I feel like that is kind of fair, because, I mean, then you gotta build up the energies again, and if you don't have a good way to apply energy, that's gonna 3 whole turns. Yeah, you could die in 3 whole turns. Sweet. I have cases, so I put cases on it this time. I went and got some sleeves. Because I was a silly goose and didn't have them yesterday. Alright, we're going to pause. I'm going to take a quick break. And I'm going to go get some stuff for the girls. For when they get here. Because I don't know if they're still in their costumes or what, but I'm going to give them some candy for Halloween. Out of my personal stash, which lets you know how much I actually love my best friend's children. They get my personal stash candy. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. They stopped by and they were already like dressed up and everything and wanted to open a pack with me. So they did. And I let them open it and we checked out the cards. They weren't anything major. I got a Mega Gardevoir out of one of them. That was it. But I wanted to let them have some fun. They were dressed up as hunters from K-pop Demon Hunters, so if you know what that is, I don't. So that's what they were dressed up as. It was cute. They're adorable. I gave them some of my own personal candy for Halloween. We don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters in our area, so I don't do Halloween. I don't set stuff out for Halloween, and it doesn't help that I don't have a porch light to let people know if they can stop here or not. So yeah, that was fun. It was a cute little visit. I don't see the girls very often, so. And I got to give Melinda the card she needed. Okay, she's gonna make it on her way home. And I told her to just pop in and let me know she made it home. It's not a very far drive, but that doesn't necessarily matter with some of the crazy people on the roads these days. So, all right, we're gonna continue. Yeah, I just got another... Oop. Mega Gardevoir. Out of that. They were all excited about the Pikachu code cards because Pikachu's one of their favorite ones and Eevee's the other one's favorite one. And they're like, Pikachu! And I'm like, it's a code card, but it does have Pikachu on the back of it. But it's not like an actual Pikachu card. So it was cute. We're getting old enough now to like understand how to be careful with things and everything, so it's nice. All right. Leaf energy. A Snover. Delibird. Toxicroak. Seedot. Premium Power Pro. Tangrowth. Grumpig. Shroodle. Reverse Hollow Shroodle. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Delibird. Ooh, full art Buddy Poffin. Buddy Poffin, full art. That's cool. That is cool. What does it do? Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. Ooh. Nice. Alright, let's put this in a sleeve. My friend asked me, did you get penny sleeves or did you get perfect fit sleeves? And I'm like, I don't fucking know the difference. It's a sleeve. And she goes, well, oh, it's a penny sleeve. I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. It's a sleeve. It protects my card. I don't care. So yeah, that's cool. That's the first full art trainer. First full art of the day. I got another ad starting in 2 minutes, 54 seconds. No, we don't. It's gonna be snoozed. For now. Bloop. That pile is getting so tall. It's gonna be so big by the time I'm done. This is ridiculous. Hi. Yeah. It's not your dinner time yet. It's not. What time is it anyway? You still got an hour, sweetheart. Yeah. I know, but you still have an hour. Yeah, it's an hour until dinner. Alright. Psychic energy. Sobel. Electrike. Bunnery. Domise. Ninetales. Mystery Garden. Frostmoth. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Surfing Beach. Oh my. Full art Marshadow. Sorry, I'm trying to I'm not very good at... Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. What's behind you? Dialga. Okay, what do you do? Shadowy Sidekick. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. It's actually really good. Look at it. I'm trying to like... That is so cool. It's the one with the photobombing Pikachu. I just noticed that at the bottom. Oh my god, look at how cute. That is adorable. Oh my god. All right, you're going in to a sleeve. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. I love it. Yeah, no boyfriends for you. I'm sorry. I know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, fire energy. Routes. Stuffle. Sizzlipede. Sand Slash. Latios. Repel. Ninjask. Oop, reverse hollow Clauncher. Reverse hollow Ninjask. And Yveltal. Okay. Oh. Okay. Also, we got to talking about the price of these boxes. And everything I've got that I bought is definitely over MSRP. They've been selling them at the shops even for market price, which is kind of wild. All right. Electric. Numel. Krogunk. Spoink. Snover. Spiritomb. Garganackle. Mega Signal. Ooh, Lily's Determination Reverse Hollow. Young Goose Reverse Hollow. Ooh, and Mega Mawile. Got 2 of those now. All right. No. I snooze my ads until I can't anymore. And then they have to run. All right. Metal. Execute. Gimme Ghoul. Evil. Beware. Marshadow. To you. Boss's orders. Reverse Hollow Mantine. Mantine. Whatever you want to call it. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Grievard. And Xerneas. Okay, Water Energy. Delibird. Toxicroak. Seedot. Ralts. Ninjask. Or no, Shedinja, not Ninjask. Teleon. Wally's Compassion. Reverse Hollow Tangrowth. Reverse Hollow Electrike. And Cinderace. My god, this stack is so... Home? Yay! You made it safely. I'm glad. Literally the pack that I opened after you guys left was the full art Marshadow with the photobombing Pikachu. I didn't even realize that the Pikachu was on there until after I had looked at it the first time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one with the Pikachu in it. It's so cute. I love it. Isn't it cute? Yes. No more ads. No ad. Snooze. One more time. No ad. Don't want that. No, thank you. All right. Got the Dark Energy. Chikorita. Helioptile. Abra. Makuhita. Frostmoth. Kadabra. Garganackle. Reverse Hollow Riolu. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Fearow. It's the first one of those I've gotten. I like that. And a Meganium. I have 2 Meganiums now. I like Meganium's move. Let's see. Moved your phone to your computer. Fair. Basic Energy. Stuffle. Sizzlipede. Sand Slash. Execute. Pyroar. Executor. Strange Timepiece. Reverse Hollow Tinkaton? Yes. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Tangela. And Steelix. Okay, Psychic. Fearow. Ninkata. 2 more cards added to the binder. Nice. Knackley. Mantine. Goldango. Fighting Gong. Shedinja. Only 40 to go. Hey, it's only 40 instead of a ridiculous amount like it was before. So you're getting closer. I don't know if you'll get all 40, but you're getting closer. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Baniri. Reverse Hollow Abra. Ooh, Lucario, Mega Lucario. Another one. Woohoo! I've got 2 of these now. Alright, let's put that in a sleeve. Out of 106. So yeah, you're over halfway. You're over halfway. That's how I'm looking at it. So you're, you know. Fighting Energy. Gimme Ghoul. Thievul. Beware. Chikorita. Celebi. Volcanion. Lily's Determination. Oh, Reverse Hollow Scorch. Reverse Hollow Forest of Vitality. And Alakazam. Which is kind of funny because the last one we ended on was Abra. Reverse Hollow Abra. Sky just asked if you could take her friend home, so you'll be right back. Okay. Bloop. Electric Energy. Pachirisu. I still love this card. It's still one of my favorites out of this deck. Grievard. Bulbasaur. Shroodle. Inteleon. Strange Timepiece. Shuckle. Reverse Hollow Snom. I love Snom. Oh my god, another full art Shroodle. Look at that. I've got 2 of those now. That's so cool. And then Kyogre. Into a card pack you go. And then into a hard pack so that I don't fuck you up even more. Okay. It's so cute. I love this little Shroodle so much. Look at him just painting away with his poison. So freaking adorable. Yeah, I meant to put the Mars Shadow into a hard case too, and the other one, so we're gonna do that. I'm doing this so that I don't potentially bend them on accident. If I can find the hole. And let me put the poffin. The buddy poffin. All right, cool. Awesome. And I want to keep the megas out that I pull. There we go, so that I know which ones I pulled for today. Keep these separate. Oh my goodness, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah. You have so much to say. We're gonna wait. I think it's like, what, 56 seconds left for the ad break? Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Because that was the whole side, that whole side. And we got one more whole side to do. So let me gather up the trash here. Oh, oh. I can tell which one the girl opened. The girls opened them, and I can tell which ones they opened versus which ones I opened. Come here, trash packs. It just helps to keep it contained. Until I can just take it to the trash can. There we go. Yeah. I hear you. I do. You're still not getting dinner early. Yeah. Still too early. Still too early. Okay. Back to this. Because I think the ad break is over. I think. Hi. What do you got on your face? Nope. Mm-mm. You know better. You stay off of the stuff you're not supposed to be on. Mm-hmm. You know better. Turd. You can just sit right there. Okay. Fighting energy. Stuffle. Gimme Ghoul. Sizzlipede. Nuzleaf. Garganackle. You know you're making this very difficult. Thank you. Goldango. Fighting Gong. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Iron Defender. Reverse Hollow Delmise. And a Manectric. A Mega Manectric. Another one. All right. Okay. Fire and Thievul. Yungoos. Tangela. Clauncher. Latios. Repel. Ninjask. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Thievul. Oh. Oh, look at that. Full art. Full art Wally's Compassion. That's so pretty. Look at it. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so pretty. And then Hariyama. Oh, please focus. That's so pretty. I'm so happy with that. Okay. So I know some people don't like the trainer cards, but I like trainer cards. I like all the, because of the art, man. That's what I'm after, is the art. It doesn't matter if it's a trainer. It doesn't matter if it's a Pokemon. The art is what I'm looking at. That's so cool. It's so pretty. All right. Okay. Basic energy. Water. Sand Slash. Abra. Switch. Execute. Shedinja. Teleon. Strange Timepiece. Reverse Hollow Garganackle. Reverse Hollow Power Premium Pro. Or Premium Power Pro. And another Meganium. Nice. I do really like Meganium. That art, this is pretty art. I do like it a lot. Leaf Energy. Another beautiful Pachirisu. Graphite Eye. Nacli. Chikorita. Marshadow. Fighting Gong. Kadabra. Reverse Hollow Helioptile. Reverse Hollow Sobel. Ooh, full art rare candy. Look at that. That's cool. That is neat. Alright, let's put that in a pack. Double wrap it for protection. That's neat. Open. Psychic Energy. Beware. Leoptile. Routes. Makuhita. Shuckle. Lieutenant Surge's Bargain. Ninetales. Reverse Hollow Boss's Orders. Reverse Hollow Shuckle. And Azernius. Maybe. Could you please? Thank you. Fighting Energy. Mantine. Miltank. Shroodle. Heliolisk. Frostmoth. Lieutenant Surge's Bargain. Garganackle. Pokemon Center Lady Reverse Hollow. Oh! Spearow, the full art Spearow. Oh, look at it! And Steelix. That's so stinking cool, man. Look at the whole flock. A little flock of Spearows just out and about doing their thing. That's so cool, man. I love that. It's so cute. You are going in. Okay. I love it. That's so cool. I mean, I do kind of get like why they went away from hollows being like the most rare to like doing the art to make it really cool looking. It just throws me off when I see hollows and reverse hollows and people are like, oh yeah, those are everywhere. And I'm like, hollows used to be the ones you strived for. Not anymore. Not anymore. All right. Metal energy. Evil. Young Goose. Tangela. Clauncher. Spirit Tomb. Mega Signal. Celebi. Reverse Hollow Xerneas. I don't have one of those yet. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Clawitzer. And a Mega Camerupt. 2 of you now. Alright. Alright. Basic Energy. Nincada. Corphish. Theero. Litleo. Mega Signal. Shedinja. Ninetales. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Tyrogue. Reverse Hollow Beware. And Yveltal. Come on. Okay. Dark Energy. Pachirisu. Profile Eye. Knackley. Chikorita. Stonejourner. Forest of Vitality. Volcanion. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Latios. I don't think I have one of those yet. Reverse Hollow Yveltal, so that's a first for me too. And Clawitzer. Nice. Water. Tinkatink. Grievard. Sandshrew. I love that Sandshrew art. It's so pretty. Spearow. Teleon. Strange Timepiece. Shuckle. Reverse Hollow Ultra Ball. Reverse Hollow Rare Candy. Mega Kangaskhan! I have 2 of them now. I love that Mega Kangaskhan though. The fact that the baby's out there like, bro, you're gonna take us both on. I love it. All right. Oh, I ripped the wrong side of the pack. That's all right. Okay, we got Leaf Energy, Mantine, Miltank, Shroodle, Heliolisk, Shiftry, Lily's Determination, Gumshoes, Reverse Hollow Kirlia, nice. Reverse Hollow Nincada, and an Alakazam. Oh, I should be able, might have to get some energy cards, but I should be able to make a pretty cool Mega Deck eventually out of all of these. I better be able to, but I'll probably have to get more energy cards. I forget how many energies go into like an actual deck. I haven't played the actual card game in forever either, so. Psychic Energy, Magneton, Reboot, Ivysaur, regular Ultra Ball, Chi-Yu, Iron Defender, Spiritomb, Reverse Hollow Ninetales, Reverse Hollow Sizzlipede, Hariyama. Basic Energy, Nincada, Corphish, Fearow, Litleo, Solrock, Crawdaunt, Magnezone, Toxicroak Reverse Hollow, Dialga Reverse Hollow, that's the first one. And a Meganium. All right. You know, one of these days I'll get this room organized and cleaned up, and then I won't have to restrict my Basic Energy, Jinx, my camera. That was the word I was going for. I can open it all the way up, but like it's a mess and I don't want to. And by mess, I just mean there's a bunch of clutter. It's not like... Okay, that one's kind of falling there. Lopunny, and Ice-Q, and Onyx. And then Gumshoes. Surfing Beach. Scorch. Reverse Hollow Nuzleaf. Reverse Hollow Stuffle. And Xerneas. Boop. Tink Tink. Grievard. Sandshrew. Spearow. Iron Defender. Grumpig. Pyroar. Acerola's Mischief, Reverse Hollow. Crawdaunt. Ooh, Abomasnow EX. Mega Abomasnow EX. Hammerlanch. Discard the top 6 cards of your deck, and this attack does 100 damage for each. Or for each basic water energy card that you discarded. Okay. That's kind of cool. That could go either way. Frost Barrier. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. That's also kind of nice. The first Abomasnow Mega that I've got. Alright, we're down to the last 3. For these. Dark Energy. Knuckle Stack. Magnemite. Yes, dear. Vulpix. Bulbasaur. Stonjourner. Lily's Determination. Celebi. Ooh, the Reverse Hollow Sandshrew. Oh, look at that. Houndstone's full art. And then Kyogre. That is so cool. I love this. This is so pretty. Look at that. The purples and pinks and the... Oh, I love it. He has Horrifying Bite and Hammer In. So cool. So stinking cool. Alright, we'll put you in a hard case for now. There we go. Just kind of knock that down. Houndstone. Very cool. Very cool. Sorry, she's yowling constantly in the background. Basic Energy. Magneton. Reboot. Ivysaur. Ultra Ball. Tinkaton. Welcome back. Acerola's Mischief. I'll show you what you missed. Kadabra. Reverse Hollow Nickit. Reverse Hollow Volcanion. And Yelveltal. I'll show you what you missed real quick. You saw the Shroodle, or did you leave before the Shroodle? You're gonna get a minute and 40, or you're gonna get an ad in 47 seconds. Left before. Okay, so you had the Shroodle. Full art Wally's Compassion. Full art Rare Candy. Full art Spearow. And full art Houndstone. And then some megas, like a Mega Abomasnow. And Mega Kangaskhan. Mega Camerupt, I think. I'm not sure which Mega you saw. We're gonna wait for the ad, and then we'll do the last pack. And then we'll do this one. And this one only. Yeah. I know. Paldean Fates is your favorite set. Wait, do you not have ads? I forget. Yes. I know. I'm sorry, baby, but I cannot help you with your problem. Sometimes yes, and other times no. Yeah. That's fair. I hear you. All right. The ad break is going to end in 1 minute and 25 seconds. But I'm going to go ahead and, like, peel this, because... Meh. We'll get it prepared. I know. I know. Yeah. You have no ad? Okay. 43 seconds. All right. Grass or water. Grass, water energy, Bulbasaur. That's why I said grass. Pokemon Center Lady. Riolu. Nickit. Crawdont. Mystery Garden. Solrock. Reverse Hollow Solrock. Seedot. Sky gave you like half of her candy. Nice. And Steelix. And that was all for that. All right. She's not a huge sweets eater, is she? Everything she won't eat, yeah. I mean, she is, but she isn't. Like, not anymore. She used to be, but she, yeah. Like, the things she likes, yes, but she doesn't eat a whole lot like she used to. You threw away some of her candy from last year, like 2 months ago. God. Good Lord. Alright, that's all 36 packs from that. That's an empty booster box. And she still had quite a bit. Holy cow. Alright, now we're going to do the Paldean Fates bundles, which is only 6 of them. Because 6 packs is $102. Just freaking ridiculous right now. But I paid it because, you know, Paldean Fates. Open. Peel. Meh. It wouldn't open. Right. Cut that sticker. All of that for that. That whole container for that. You could have just given me this. Alright. That's a complete waste of fucking cardboard. Really? Now I gotta open another... I hate it when they do that shit. Just put it in the one box. Just put it in the one box. Stop wasting resources. Alright. It is a cute little pack, though. All right. I do think that that is a cute little, like, way to store the packs. Okay. These are the last ones for the night, and we only have 6, but... Excuse you. No. We'll see what we get. Yeah. I know. I know, I'm so mean I won't let you on the table. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of actually really glad they changed the card. Because look at that. That's so terrible. Like, the Pikachu card looks so good. Compared to that. Alright, let's see what we got in this one. Water energy. A Lechonk. Execute. Scott doesn't like the new code card, but I like the new code cards. I don't like the old ones. They're ugly. Give me cute, pretty, or pretty, but don't give me whatever the hell this is. Ghastly. Ralts. Oh, look, he's at a little... Oh, is that the Academy? Or, yeah, that's cute. Curlia. That's pretty. I like that. Nimona's backpack. Put up to 2 Nimona cards from your discard pile into your hand. Okay. A Whimsicott. Nimona. What does she do? Draw 3 cards. Nice. Cottony. And Magmortar. That's cool. We're gonna keep my Paldean Fates just right over here in the little Paldean Fates box. How about that? You like how you can get the shiny cards in this set? Yeah, I think that's probably part of the reason why it's so expensive, on top of the fact that, you know, that shiny Bubble Mew. Because you can get shinies in this pack. Alright, second pack. Basic fighting energy. A Woobat. Fanpy. Dedenne. The cutie. Ooh, Noibat. Dashbun. Oh, look at him. Speaking of Dashuns, I went in there and I'm assuming it was like the owner's dog or somebody that works there's dog. There was this little, slightly long-haired Dachshund in there, an older one, obviously. Like, they had like little gray hairs on its nose. And it came right up to me when I came in the door and started sniffing my legs and could smell the cats. And oh my god, it was so cute. And then it like jumped up and wanted me to pet it, and I was petting it. I was like, oh my god, you are adorable. And then it followed me around for a good like 10 minutes, just sniffing me and letting me pet it. And it was so cute. Oh my god. Sorry, that reminded me of that. You think it's the owner's? It probably is. Nemona's backpack again. Primeape. Sneasel. Ooh, is that the shiny Sneasel? Hollow shiny? Is that what that is? I think that's a shiny Sneasel. It is. Baby shiny. Oh, a Palmy full art. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my god, it's adorable. What's behind it? I got so excited, I forgot. Oh. Executor. Executor. Oh my goodness, I got a shiny Sneasel. Two cards, right? That's so cool. One of them being a full art. All right, into days you go. So I do not accidentally scratch you. And then I'm probably gonna put you in here. There we go. And the Sneasel can go there. Okay, there's that. Okay, we got 4 more. Let's see, this is pack 3. The one I really want from this pack is Shiny Mimikyu. Grass Energy. Toad School. Woobat. Fanpy. Dedenne. Dedenne. I think that's how you say it. Dedenne. Atticus. What do you do? You can use this card only if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 7 cards. Oh, that could be useful. Donphan. Electric Generator. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 basic electric energy cards you find there to your benched electric Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Oh, that's cool. Paldean Student. Search your deck for a Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. Reveal it and put it into your hand. For each Paldean student card, not including this card, in your discard pile, you may search for an additional Pokemon in this way. Then shuffle your deck. Pokemon EX, Pokemon V, etc. have rule boxes. Oh, okay. I'm glad they specify that, because I was like, what do you mean rule box? A Fido. Armor Rogue. Oh, you're the evolution of Charcadet. Okay. All right, pack 4. Metal Energy. Ooh, Trimeco. Cute. Pikachu. That's a cute art. Paldean Student. A Fido. Artisan. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box and put it into their bench. Then they shuffle their deck. Okay. Lantern. Clive, what do you do? Your opponent reveals their hand, and you draw 2 cards for each supporter card you find there. Nice. Ooh, Gengar. Another Chimecho. That's cute. Houndstone. All right, pack 5. All right, quit grumbling at me. You're gonna get fed in a bit. Goodness. That's my stomach this time. Noibat. Is it? Okay, it's a poison dark. The background threw me off because I was like, you look like you're supposed to be a... Are they showing it as a dragon type? Oh, I guess because Noivern. Wyvern. Yeah, okay. Brain had to do some jumping jacks to figure it out, but it got there. Chimecho. Pikachu. Paldean Student. Grapple-locked. Grapple-locked. Yes, from Clobopus. All dragon cards do that. Yeah, that's... I'm really surprised that they didn't just make a dragon-type energy, but I guess there's really no dragon energy. You know what I mean? Like... Iono. Kilowattrel. Maschiff. Aw, look at him! They got rid of fairy energy. Oh, did they really? Okay, wow. I didn't even know they had fairy energy. Look at his little face. He's so cute. Professor's Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Okay, cool. Professor Sada. You'll have to find one to show me. They're very pink. It's, yeah. Oh, I got his evolution. Mabostiff. Nice. Very nice. Of course they had fairy energy. Have you met yourself? Hi, yes, that is, we were talking about Pokemon, but I do definitely have fairy energy. How are you, kitten? Kitten, kitten, look, I got a shy Sneasel. And I got the full art Palmy. And I got a bunch of other cards you haven't seen yet, because I was doing a whole box of the other stuff. I'm going to go over what the other stuff I got here in a minute, because this is my last Paldean Fates pack. All right. Fire energy. Haunter. Cottony, Maractus, a Gimmighoul, Whimsicott, Scrafty, Electric Generator. Ooh. Is that a shiny Primeape? That's a shiny Primeape. Indilichonk. And Izatu. Alright. I got 2 shinies. Yes, it is. That's cool. I got 2 shinies out of this one. Shiny Sneasel and shiny Primeape. I really like that reverse foil Lechonk. Look at that. Look at that is so cool. The new reverse foils, the new reverse hollows are so bland. They're so boring. All right, cool. I got, okay, so recap. Full art Malt Palmy, which is adorable. Shiny Primeape and shiny Sneasel. Out of the Paldean Fates booster bundle. Put those. Oh, that barely fits in there. There, it can go in there like that. I'll just keep these in here for now. Oh. Like, right? The rainbow at the bottom makes it so cool. It makes it one of my favorite parts. And then we'll put the code cards in the back. Alright. And then we'll go over all the things that I got in the Mega for today. Which is here. Alright, so these are all the Megas that we got. Nice scratch on the shiny Froakie. Oh, okay, you got a shiny Froakie on Legends. Nice! Yeah, I looked, I was like, wait, what? Oh, no, it's what Kitten said. Yeah, I had to look up. Okay, so got Mega Abomasnow. The Mega Kangaskhan. Mega Camerupt. Mega Manectric. I got 2 of him this round. But actually, Oh my good lord. Okay, I didn't even notice. That's the full art Manectric. I am so dumb. Okay. You're going in this so that I can keep you from getting fucked up. That's the full art Mega Manectric. Then the regular Manectric. I'm dumb. I totally spaced that. Alright. And then I got another Mega Absol that is not damaged out of the pack. Thank goodness. I got a Mega Lucario. Mega Mawile. And then the Mega Gardevoir is the one that they pulled when they were here. Did not realize that was a full art. I feel so silly. But it was a full art Mega. Alright, and then the other ones for the full arts, not counting that Mega that I didn't even realize. Houndstone. Spearow. The Rare Candy. Wally's Compassion. Which is so cool. He's so neat. Sharuddle. The Pikachu photobombing Marshadow. And Buddy Buddy Puffin. And that's everything out of everything that I got today. Other than the other cards, the deck cards that I'm going to use. Neat. I guess I should put this one still in one of these sleeves. I just kept it out so I knew. Yeah, she's up there hanging out on the box. It's the highest spot in the room right now, so she is supervising. They're also changing up things for a bit in the rank season starting next week. Instead of Delphoxite being available at K rank, it's available at S. So considerably easy to get. They're also making Greninjite available at Y rank. Oh, well that's good. At least the people that had a hard time getting it will be able to. Alright. Let me put all these together real quick. I got the 2 Gardevoirs, the 2 Latiases, the 2 Mega Lucarios, my Mega Camerups, my Mega Kangaskhans, and my Mega Mawiles. There we go. Alright. Put those all together. And then I've got 2 of the Shroodles, so I'm gonna put the Shroodles together. And I think the rest of these are just candy. Bulbasaur. then I got Lucario and Manectric, Full Arts, Steelix, Litleo. And then the Bulbasaurs. Alright. Oh, I'll put this one after Shadow. There we go. Just so I have them in some kind of order. And then these will just stay in here for now. All right. Now I get to go through my entire deck. Ow. This entire ridiculous stack of cards. And go through. I mean, it is like that high up on my desk. Like right here. Yes, dear. I know. I hear you. Oh, back. This belt thingy is making my back a little warmer than normal. You have so many to go through yourself, sorting them by generation. Nice. Yeah. That's kind of why I kept these separate, because I don't want to, like, put them mixed. Why did my screen look warped for a second? Am I doing anything tomorrow? I don't think so. Oh. So I've got all those to go through to put into the binder. And then try to find a place to put the ones that I don't have in the binder, because I know there's tons of doubles in there. Yes. Boop. But that was all of them for now. I'm gonna go ahead and... What time is it? Well, it's not. It's like 4 till 10. It's not too bad. It's not that late. I'm just tired because I overslept and all that fun junk. I think not. Please get off of there. Thank you. You're going to the school first thing for the craft fair. Oh. Are they participating, or are you just going to go and see what's there? Just going. That's cool. They're having there's like a Halloween trunk or treat at Rainer's tomorrow, and they're having like a costume contest, and like then there's the after party for the trunk or treat, which is like a trade meetup. And I was like, oh, those sound fun, but that sounds like a lot of people. What time? Fuck, what time? I could probably Google it. I might be able to Google it. Hold on. Would you get your claws out of this chair? Stop it. Because I know they closed early today. They open at 11. Let me see. It might be listed on their Facebook. Let me check. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. November 1st. Trunk or treat. 4 p.m. But have to mark the chair as mine and not yours. Must be little shittin'. Yeah, of course. That's the way they are. So yeah, 4 p.m. according to this is the trunk or treat. And then after party trades with the costume contest is at 6:30. So, top 3 winners get a spooky surprise. It says 4 p.m. Bring your trunk or treat bag. Guides will be posted closer to Halloween. Spread the word. So. Then the flash sale is the 450 cards and under, you buy 2 get 1 free. That was the flash sale that I was talking about. There we go. Close that out. Not that your girls need more candy. Hi, girls. We're the kittens up here. Been playing BG3 again. Started a new save since you forgot what you were doing on the last one. Found out via Reddit it's entertaining as fuck if you do at least 1 level into Cleric and worship Selûne while romancing Shadowheart. The problem? I'm a Lolth-sworn drow and can't pick any other deity. Whoops. Yeah, Lolth-sworn. Lolth does not like to share. Can hear the girls fighting. Okay. Alright, let me move this out of the way. Move that out of the way. Let's get the trash picked up here. Let me go throw this stuff away really fast, and then I guess I'll just sit here and start organizing some of these cards. What time is it? 10 o'clock. That's why they're over here. Okay, well, let me feed the cats too. Apparently you need a mod to put it back, but there's an event that's basically gifting the Idol of Shar you find in Grimforge to her. She's pissed about falling for someone who worships Selûne, and one of your dialogue options is telling her to take it and kiss me like you hate me. They took it out? Because I know you can give the Idol of Shar to her in Grimforge when you find it as a gift, which is still in there, but I did not realize they took that out. That's disappointing. I thought that was just a part of it. Alright, let me go feed Lasha, and then I will be right back. And then I can organize some cards. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know if I want to keep, because it already is 10 o'clock, but I'll be right. Meh. You're bringing me food? No, wrong kitty. Wrong kitty. I'm bringing them food. I don't think you want their food. Their food is not good for people food. I don't think you want that. But I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. Knew you didn't love me. Oh, kitten. Stop. Oh, okay. I had to get some cider to help my throat. I see you have some cider. I do have some cider. It is delicious. It is all the deliciousness. You made some tea. Nice. Nice, nice. So, my conundrum here, when it comes to organizing, is, do I do it by type or by card number? Or do I do it by type, but card number also in that type? Like, that's my biggest thing. So oh, I missed a piece of thing I need to throw away. Oh, Lord, excuse me. All right, let's see. You're ordering by Pokemon number, but if you want to keep sets together, you would go by number of the card, so you know which ones you might not have. Excuse you. Well, I am only keeping the sets together. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to mix sets, because if I do that, I will... That sounded even worse. If I do that... That's what I mean by my throat. And my sinuses and everything is just... gross. So, yeah. So, like, this is, like, number 93. Is Bulbasaur still number 1? Ayo, Bulbasaur still number 1. Fuck yeah. So, 1. Bulbasaur is 1. So I'm assuming that also means that Ivysaur... 2... You had to take your inhaler as soon as you got home from being outside so much today? Yeah. I don't blame you. I'm sure it was just... There's Ivysaur. I'm sure it was a lot. Doop, doop, doop. Nope, don't fall. I don't think I have a Venusaur. I don't think I pulled a Venusaur. And of course I'll want the one of each energy together. But there are different numbers on the cards, the set number and the Pokedex number. I'm going by Pokedex number. Because it's all one set, right? So the number that I'm going by is like the 1, 2... These numbers down here. I'm going the wrong direction. Fucking reversed bullshit. Yes. Yeah, those are the... I'm going by those because it's only this one set. That I have, so... It's a psychic energy. Water energy. Fire. Fighting. You know what I don't understand though is why would they take out fairy energy? If they made it, why would they remove it? Or did they take out fairy type completely? You have the National Pokédex, you almost finished, but now you're sorting bulk cards by just the Pokédex number and not set. Balance reasons and took it out completely. So they left it in the game, but they took it out of the cards. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Balance reasons for what? Like, because dragon types can't hit them? Or, I don't know. I don't see why they would have a balance issue. Dark energy. Because dragon has 3 other weaknesses in the card game. They could have just taken away one of dragon's weaknesses and left fairy, since it has so many. And they could have balanced it out without removing an entire type. But what do I know, I guess? And there aren't very many fairy types. Okay, well, that is also true. There aren't that many. Well, I mean, there are, technically. Like, there are quite a few fairy types. They're not as many, I mean, there aren't as many. I don't think there's that many dragon types either, though, are there? Like, I don't... Grass, fire, water, electric. Fighting, metal, psychic, and dark energy. Those are all the energies, right? More than you think on dragon. Not compared to all the other Pokemon, more are coming out. Oh, okay. There's no other energies, right? It's grass, fire, water, electric, fighting, metal, psychic, and dark. Or am I... Oh, well, and colorless, I guess, if they still include colorless. But I don't have a colorless. Nope, on colorless, so they took that out too, basically. Colorless was a special energy, and they came out with more. Yeah, I know it was a special. I thought it was like a... gonna be in each you know, pack or whatever. Or not pack, but you know what I mean. Each gen. Or set or whatever. Excuse you, madam. That was when cards came out in our generation because it counted as 2. Yeah, I know. I haven't. That's basically the only stuff. I hit my mic. The only stuff that I know is stuff from like our gen when our first like 3 or 4 gens, and then because like I said, I stopped collecting after Rocket, the original one. Oh. Get down from there. I'm trying to see if I can find all of my... Get down. Get down. Get down. You're not supposed to be up there. You collected for a couple years after I stopped? Yeah. That's, I know you did. I stopped, and then I got so put out because Dustin and Justin, mostly Justin, stole my collection and took all my, stuff and sold it. So I was upset, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna... keep doing that. So that's what I told the lady, was like, this is basically just me restarting my collection. After there you are. I knew I had one that was a reverse holo in there somewhere. You added the 2 cards you gave you to the binder already? Yeah, that's what you said, that you put them in there when you got back. There's an Ivysaur. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the extras, but they'll at least be in order by the time I'm done. Get down from there. Down. Down. Yeah, you're not supposed to be up there. And you know this. Oh, we forgot Sony Sky's wanting to try online school again due to her health issues. I figured it was coming. Because, she said she has a hard time. And she's constantly tired. Which... Got a lot of Bulbasaur out of this deck. I got a lot of Bulbasaur out of those 2 boxes. She was worried you would tell her no, but you had to remind her that you brought it up a couple months ago and before school started. Yeah. I understand the problem she's having, because, like, trust me, being as tired as I am on a regular basis, just going and doing normal activities, I can imagine her being in school all day, and it just would be exhausting. Like, I couldn't even do it anymore. It is a common card. It is a very common card. I got so many. And also her sleep schedule is all messed up due to having low iron, B12, and D. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm in the same boat as her. What sleep schedule? I get what she's going through because I go through it. I'm going through it. And she's on all 3 to try to bring them up, but that takes time. Yeah. Yep. It takes quite a bit of time. But if you're like me, hopefully she's not, but if she is like me, then even the vitamins will only do so much. I hope that that's not the case, and that she's, you know, not got what I got. We got regular Bulbasaur, reverse hollow Bulbasaur, and then regular Ivysaur. I guess I'll put the reverse hollows after the... Get off of this chair! Oh, you want to sit there now? I thought you were going to scratch the chair. No. 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 You hope not, but you've always had iron issues yourself. It didn't fix until after you got pregnant with the twins. Yeah. Get down. Go over that way. You're gonna get into stuff you don't need to be in now. And Ivysaur. Alright. Now, here's all my Bulbasaurs. And my Ivysaurs. Now, what is after that? It was Venusaur, and then I'm assuming Charmander and Squirtle, but I don't know if they're in this deck. I don't know what all are in this deck. That's the thing. I'm not sure. Because I don't think... Get off! Stop! No! Chikorita is number 8. Oh, Shuckle is 11. Oh, number 4 is Execute. Okay. You sent me a link to the card list. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, so it goes Venusaur and then Execute and Exeggutor. And then Tangela. Okay, alright. So Execute is... Get off my computer. Get. It's so many cards to go through. You've been listening to this D&D game called The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One, and it's so good, but you only have like 3 episodes to listen to left. Oh no. Oh, there's Tangrowth. I am gonna need you here in a second, so I will take you out. Execute. Bloop. I have not been listening to D&D stuff in a while. Although I did, there's Tangela. I did start playing Baldur's Gate 3 on and off again. Kind of like Kitten did, except I started out and I'm now a necromancer. I'm playing a necromancer run, which is fun. I get to blow up the corpses. That's a lot of fun. There's an Exeggutor. You hardly have time to play games anymore due to work, so you squeeze as much as you can on the weekends, but have also been trying to do more with the girls lately, which takes your game time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially now that they're in school, so you only get a certain amount of time with them a day. There's another executor. Growth. Whatever you're screwing around with, get off it. My stack. This is what I mean when I said I had a stack. This is like not even, this is like only half of it. It's so many cards. I've seen your stacks though, so I know you have like a ridiculous amount. Your kitties are, yes they are. They really are. That's why I said, I don't need kids. I have animals. That's good enough for me. It's enough for me. I don't need a bunch of children. I don't have the energy. I barely have the energy to keep up with the cats. At least they're slowing down a little because they're older. Because my god, when they were kittens, it was every single time I briefly looked away, they were getting into or on something they shouldn't have been. Or trying to eat something they shouldn't eat. I'm telling you, it's just like kids, just like toddlers. Just with infinitely more energy than toddlers. Because they didn't really nap. They just... yeah. I got a lot of Tangrowth, but not a lot of Tangela, interestingly enough. This guy wants to get another cat once Scott's finally passes, and I'm like, I am done with all the animals for a while. Yeah. Well, Sky has Cricket. And I don't think Cricket really likes other cats, so... I don't know what the point of getting another one would be. Yes, but she isn't very cuddly, and no, she doesn't. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no guarantee that she's gonna get a cat that wants to cuddle, you know? Like... because that's entirely just based on how the cats personality is. Like, Lenore, not a cuddler. Loves to be petted, though. So what you do is pull all the energy and trainer cards to the side. That's true. I could have... I knew there was an easier way to do it. I was just like... It's just gonna take me a while anyway, because... I'm trying to go in the order that they're on in the list. Yep, there's an execute. There's a Tangela. Another Tangela. They get, they get stuck together too, which is like kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Oh, there's a Bulbasaur that had apparently gotten stuck. See what I mean? Like, some of them get stuck together, which is slightly infuriating. Okay. So, we need an execute for the binder. And the executor, which I don't have reverse hollows of. And then a Tangela and the reverse hollow Tangela. And then Tangrowth, reverse hollow Tangrowth. Okay, let's put these in. Execute, executor. Tangela, follow Tangela, and growth, follow growth. Ooh, where's the thingy? on the other side. Okay. And these are the extras. So I'm gonna pull, these are the basic energies that I want to keep out anyway, because I already pulled those for a energy page. You're crashing, so heading off to bed. Yeah, it's almost 11. I'll probably go ahead and end and then just keep doing my cards. So, all right. Well, I will see you all later. I'm going to go ahead and head off myself since it's close to 11 and I still need to eat dinner. I've not done that yet. So, bye. Good night.